Alright. Go ahead.
Alright. Hey, I'm Jeremy with NextMMAFighter. I'm here with Sam Jones, who just won his fight tonight at Global Cage Fighting in Jacksonville, Florida. Sam, congratulations on your fight.
Hey.
It was an awesome fight to watch, man.
Thanks a lot.
Before we talk about the fight, let's talk about your training leading into this and the camp that you fight out of.
Okay, well, I fight out of Tallahassee Combat Sports in Tallahassee, Florida. And as far as training leading into the fight, you know, it changes for every fight that I've had so far, but it's all a regimen put together by my wonderful trainer here, Tammy. She puts me through hell. I do with all my sparring partners at TCS, and we go through the typical classes plus some really intense conditioning. Eric Johnson is a beastly conditioning coach. And then I also do some traveling. I was fortunate enough to be able to travel and do a little bit of training at American Top Team, which, you know, of course, you know, really helps. And I also was fortunate enough to, not for this camp, but in one of my previous camps, I was able to train here in Jacksonville. So I've been able to bounce around a lot, and by doing that, I encourage other fighters to do it. I mean, going from place to place and really seeing what it's like at different gyms and different sparring partners, it's really a good experience, and it really will show you just where you are as a fighter. So it's something that really helped me a lot. As far as the activities that we did, it's probably pretty close to typical what you would find for any professional fighter. I will say that we probably spend a lot more time on bag work than most other fighters. Like, we believe in a lot of heavy bag work. That's something that's very important. And stretching and flexibility is something that I've been working really hard on. So other than that, I mean, it's been a pretty typical camp. Do a lot of running, do a lot of grappling, do a lot of stand-up. Towards the last couple of weeks, do a lot of sparring. But I mean, I was fortunate enough that I fought back in Tallahassee 3 weeks before this fight. Mm-hmm. So I mean, it was always, there was no real lag time where I even had the opportunity to get out of shape. Not that I would, but it was pretty much just go, go, go.
Yeah, well, I mean, your training definitely came through in this fight. I could tell that your speed was definitely there. You know, at the beginning of the fight, you were looking to set up your punches, and you were clearly, able to get the advantage on the feet. And then once you realized you could take it to the ground, you also did that, and you were able to finish by rear naked choke. Talk us through the fight and how it went for you out there.
Well, my philosophy is always to be aggressive. I never want to let someone else dictate the fight to me. So going out there, I knew this guy was a guy that, well, one, I was fighting up a weight class. I normally fight at 145, this is 155, so I knew he was going to be big and strong compared to me. And I felt that whatever striking I needed to do with that, height and reach advantage, I needed to get inside to do it. So after just watching his movement for a few seconds, I just tried to get in there, land a good combination. When he started to kind of go back from that, I don't know if it was just the intensity of the combination or if it was one of the strikes really landed. I'm not really too sure if anything really landed clean, but he seemed to back up.
Yeah, you clearly surprised him.
Yeah,
sure.
He's like, he definitely wanted to get some space once I started throwing a combination. And at that point, when he brought his hands up and kind of leaned back, it's like, okay, takedown's there all day. So you go for it. And I mean, he made a valiant attempt to defend it at first, but having some wrestling experience really helps. I know how to, corkscrew my hips around and, have a good shot getting to the mat. Once it was there, just work that way up the body, in fact, pound your way up the body, and I'm telling you, when somebody's getting hit, it's a hell of a lot harder to defend the pass. So, just got some good body shots in, use that as an opportunity to get a little bit higher up, drive my hips up, and when he turned away for a second, I just sunk the choke in, and that was that.
Yeah, well, it's another win on your undefeated record. What's next for you? What are you looking to do in your career going forward?
I'm looking to do everything that I can possibly do. As far as the particulars, I'm gonna have to defer back to Tammy over here. She probably knows better.
What's next for Sam, Tammy?
Well, we're in negotiations with somebody to fight on a card on October the 2nd in Panama City. Yes, that's in about 3 weeks, and he didn't get much of a workout on this fight, and absolutely nonstop.
No damage.
I mean, we're
no
never going to run Sam ragged, but these last 2 fights are much of a workout. After that fight, we're really looking to get into a Bellator tournament for Sam. And we know the guys that fight at 145, and we're keeping an eye on you. And when we get into that tournament, Sam's going to take this. Besides that, if there's any other offers, we also have an offer for December. You know, give us a call, thebeeffighter.com. You can find my email. And just check it out. Sam Jones is ready for anybody, and we say that. Obviously, you know, we're going to look at your record, but we say that we're really not scared. We don't want scrubs. We've never fought any scrubs. His first fight in an amateur was a guy had 20 fights before him. We're always looking for a challenge. We took this fight at 155. He normally fights at 145. He's the real deal. We're looking for hard fights. He can, you know, handle it, and we're going up the line.
Awesome. Well, congratulations once again on an awesome fight. And in closing, is there anything you want to say to fans or any sponsors you want to thank?
Well, first of all, I have to thank my son for being the motivation that pushed me to do everything positive in my life. Jaden, you're wonderful. I love you. My sponsors, obviously, Primal Instinct, awesome. They're really solid company. They get everything on time. Fighters, look out for these guys. Great stuff. Really solid company. Also, W Fighter. And, you know, just everybody who came out to support me, Lorenzo, my corners, Jackson, and Tammy, and everybody, you know, back in Tallahassee who I trained with, you know, Matt Muncie, Mitchell, Josh Saman, everybody, ATT, Stephanie Guimaraes, freaking Hector Lombard, Indra, like everybody that took the time to put some effort into helping me become a better fighter. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, congratulations once again, man. Looking forward to big things from you in the future. This has been Sam Jones.
Thank you.